I'm gonna have 3 website designers from Fiverr battle it out against my personal website builder at my ad agency to see who can build the most profitable brand from scratch. They're all gonna get the same product and the same description, so it's up to them to compete and see who comes out on top. Oh, and one more thing. After getting each website, we're gonna spend $100 on TikTok to see which one gets the most sales. So the product we're testing out is an absolute classic. It's the 2-in-1 gym shorts. And now I know how many of you thirsty women would absolutely love if I was modeling this product in today's video, but guess what? I'm not just a piece of meat out here. I got a brain, I have feelings. So this is the product that we're gonna be choosing, and for the description, I have it all written out. And if you know me, I love adding a touch of humor with everything. So just the main sentences I love is, hey, are you looking to upgrade from your basic boring gym shorts? Let's face it, most gym shorts make you look like a middle-aged dad with no swag. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could just tell those website designers on Fiverr to make their own description, but they would have absolutely no shot against your boy. I love copywriting, so this is the entire description. Let me just show you real quick. And if you want a screenshot, feel free. After vigorously typing out the best job request you've ever seen in your damn life for 2-day delivery and a $40 budget, we've gotten over 50 responses. So we gotta figure out which one of these is gonna be the main competitor. I like the confidence of this person. Instead of 40, they said, you know what? I want $600. I know my worth, and you know what? You're gonna give me 12 days. Yeah, I gotta say, that's probably the most enticing one so far. We got some lowball offers at $28. I mean, what are you doing? You gotta know your worth. I'm saying 40. Why would you want 20, 50, 20? I mean, geez Louise, some of these people are really lowballing. I think I have to go with the $600 option. That's gotta be the main rival. But at the end of the day, if you're talented, work comes to you, not the other way around. So I feel like we need to hunt for these top premium website designers. Well, golly jeepers. I remember a day when Fiverr used to be $5, but I guess we're gonna have to pay that dropshipping YouTuber influencer premium tax if we're gonna wanna get a good website. So we found our first designer, Esha Chowdhury. It's 2-day delivery, $20. That's exactly what I want. So you know what? Let's splash that cash. But I can't have no damn rookie competing against my website expert because they're gonna get absolutely smoked. But this guy right here, that photoshopped mohawk, those piercing blue eyes, that is gonna be the guy who really gives me a challenge. And I'm gonna spend $1,000 on his websites. And now that all my money is gone, we have to go with one cheap option at $25 who's a Pagefly expert and also has that 2-day delivery. Now for each product that we test in my Done For You Shopify agency, we automatically add it to a spreadsheet that the whole team has access to. So the first step is our description guy will write an amazing description, then our website builder will create a logo, they'll create a favicon, they will create the entire product page for me. So as we can see right here in this folder, the homepage JSON is basically the code on Pagefly that all I have to do is copy this file, paste it onto a new Shopify store, and boom, we have the whole website done in seconds. So taking a look at this website, oh baby, the website designer was cooking, I ain't gonna lie. The color scheme looks great, description's looking nice and sexy, we got a good GIF, good photos, we got our size guide. Of course, you cannot leave out the size guide. Now, there's one cool thing that we have added in here that is different from any website and any app that I've ever used before. Now, as someone who's been dropshipping for years, I rarely use any new apps or new ways of formatting my descriptions. However, I recently found a really cool app that I needed to have. And this is a review app that is better than Luke's. Yes, you heard me right. With Luke's, they charge at least $9 a month for you to display reviews and do all this. But with this app right here that costs $5 a month, you can customize the way your reviews look. You can edit your reviews after they're published. You can edit the dates. You can edit literally anything. And if you write custom reviews like myself, this is an absolute game changer. Now, I need you to keep this a secret between you and me because when everyone uses the same apps, it makes it look very scammy. Now, LAI Reviews is by far the best review app in the game. It'll save you so much time, and I'm gonna show you immediately because when I used to write custom reviews, what I would have to do is go onto Amazon, I would have to scroll all the way down, read through the best reviews, and basically write my own reviews from scratch, which was a pain in the ass. It took 20, sometimes 30 minutes just to write 8 to 10 reviews. But this app does something that Luke's could never, and it imports reviews from AliExpress and also Amazon, which is such a freaking game changer. So when you go to reviews, you click on import reviews, import from Amazon, you basically just do the URL of whatever product that you want to do the reviews from. So let's say we want to do reviews from this product page, we just copy them, paste it in the link section, and you can choose up to 200 reviews at one time to import, which is insane. With Luke's on the $9 plan, you can only do 20, and it limits the amount of photos and customization. So let me just show you how amazing this is. If we do 4 stars and up, we can do only reviews with photos, helpful votes, but let's just click import and let's see what we get. And just like that, we got the first 50 reviews for this product, and it's amazing the ways you can customize this. This is what I really love, because what I would usually have to do is copy this into a document and then rechange it. But right in this app, I can do all the edits I ever need, and it automatically publishes, which is amazing. So for this review, I might literally just do the Airflex shorts, which is gonna be the name. So let's say we do the Airflex shorts are very lightweight, which is what I was looking for. So you can customize this review and make sure you're hitting those main objection points, which is fast shipping times, the product actually working, and that it mentions the name of your company. If you hit those 3 things with your reviews, your social proof game is absolutely golden. You can even edit the date. So if you don't want no 2020 reviews, I mean, let's get into 2022 up in this piece. We can do February, we can pick a specific date, click on save, approve, and that review will automatically be published to the product page. And if you're using Pagefly like I always do, it's incredibly simple to integrate this into any custom page builder. All you need to do is just add an HTML section, which every single website builder has. So you just do this, drag it on in, and then all you have to do is add a specific piece of code, which is already in the help section. So this code right here is all we need to have all the reviews displaying. And as you can see, they look very beautiful. It's super professional. So you can do a mix of 5-star reviews, 4-star reviews, and you got your social proof game on fire. But if you don't like the way that the reviews are displayed, you can go into the customization section, and boy, they have so many different ways. You can do dynamic, which is basically the Luke's version of it. You can do minimal. I mean, this is super freaking cool. I mean, look at all the different ways you can customize them. So you can really display your reviews in the way that you want. And now with LAI reviews on my side, there's absolutely no way that these putrid, filthy Fiverr designers could ever compete with us. But let's see what they come back with.
6 hours later.
Whoa, coming through here. These websites are hot.
All right, so our first challenger coming in at $23. Let's see what we got here. And I actually believe this is a pretty decent build. Now, I'm gonna be grading each website on 4 different things: the copywriting, the layout, the offer, and the social proof. Now, getting into the actual product page, because that's the moneymaker, I mean, we can check out the home page real quick. Looks pretty cool. I like the different color scheme. It looks really nice. I think green on black is super nice. Now, going to the product page, this is where I have some issues. So we start out with this ginormous product page photo, and then getting down here, she didn't change the name of the product. It's super generic. Shorts that motivate you to break a sweat. Now, that's some good copywriting. I don't know if she came up with that herself. The copywriting is a 10 out of 10, 100%. But the layout, I think, looks a little off. I mean, I sort of like the black background. It is different. But having no photos in the description, just a wall of text for people to read, is not appealing whatsoever. Then when we scroll down to the bottom, all of the photos are here, which makes no sense. This is a horrible theme. I hate the way they do that. The social proof is non-existent, so that's 0 out of 10 because there's no reviews here. And scrolling down on mobile, I mean, the variants look all right, but she did not get rid of any of them. And I specifically said in my video, only choose 5 of them, so did not follow the instructions there, sweetheart. And then we scroll on down, yeah, it's just the same thing. I'm not a huge fan of this product page. I don't think it looks that great, but you know what? I'm still gonna spend $100 on it. So the copywriting is definitely a 10 out of 10, but I would say the layout, probably closer to a 2 out of 10, because the photos being at the bottom, I mean, the way that the paragraphs are all just together, no pictures in between, it's a horrible layout. If I could give it a 1, I would. I would just want to be nice. But when we get into the offer, $16.99 for something like this, doesn't she understand margins? How am I supposed to make a living selling something that cost me $8 for 17? That's just never gonna work. So offer, that's gonna get a 3 out of 10, I would say. And then the final thing is social proof, which there's none of. So give that a big old fat 0 out of 10. All right, coming in next at $44, we have this designer right here who made, I believe, the best store out of all of them. Look at this logo, it looks so nice. We got the white on black color scheme. I think that's definitely the right choice. We got this slanted button. Now, obviously the homepage, who gives a crap about, but the product page itself, we got some photos mixed in between the paragraphs, which is always nice. That's how you want to do it. Is there too many photos? Maybe, but we got the size chart. However, no reviews at all. But taking a look on mobile, I mean, this logo looks sexy as a dime. That looks like a real professional logo, and I'm not even paying for that really, so that's great to see. Now, this actually doesn't look that bad. I think the photos are a little big and the text is definitely too small, so that would be something I would change around. Adding reviews is definitely one thing, but let's get into our reviews here. I would say copywriting, definitely a 10 out of 10. Layout, probably close to a 6 or 7 out of 10. It's really solid. Social proof is gonna be a 0 out of 10 again. And then finally with the offer, let's just see what we have there. They're offering this at $34.99. They understand the importance of margins. That is a 10 out of 10 offer in my books. I mean, really, this is a nice website. You got different GIFs, different images. I would have to say, for my money's worth, this is really, really solid. And now our final challenger, coming in at $28, but you better not forget those 38 cents. We got Rory Hand, and with a name like that, you can only imagine this website is unreal. But however, when I clicked onto the link, they didn't even make a logo or a homepage. Jeez Louise. Now maybe I just didn't read the description and all they do is product pages, because when I clicked on this, I was like, okay, this might make up for it, because the page fly skills really aren't that bad here. Now, they didn't really name the product how I wanted to, and the offer $9.99, I mean, geez Louise, you want me to lose money here? But I really like the color variants. He only chose, I think, 8 versions, and obviously we might clean that up a little, but look at this. These are some really good sections that display the info. We got a 30-day money-back guarantee. He did add reviews, but some of these reviews have like the old product, so I'm not really sure why, but I guess that's cool. All right, so the copywriting rating on this store is definitely a 10 out of 10. I love the description. The words are just beautiful. Now, when it comes to layout, it's very tempting to give a 1 out of 10 because he didn't make a logo or color scheme, but the actual product page layout is really nice. So I would say like a 5 out of 10 is pretty decent, I would say. I like the color variants they have here, and then on mobile, it looks really nice. We got different trust badges. We got different call to action buttons. It looks pretty good. And then the reviews, I mean, I'm gonna have to change those out, obviously, but it's not the worst. The social proof, they actually added something there, so I'll give them some credit. So I would say the social proof, probably again a 1 out of 10. It's the bare minimum, really. But now that we have all the websites made, I'm gonna make sure they all have the same offer, same pricing, and same variants so that we can try to keep this as fair as possible.
12 o'clock midnight.
All right, so we got the campaigns ready. The websites are good to go, but boy, oh boy, those small finite details we're missing with a lot of those stores. And these are things that we'll definitely review after we get into the campaign. So for each store, I have the exact same campaign where I have one campaign, 5 ad groups, $20 a day, and then I pick a certain type of interest. So as we can see right here in this campaign, this is the final one. We have 4 ad groups, and I'm just gonna copy and make one final one to have 5 ad groups. Now, what I'm doing for the settings, since this is a mail product, I'm doing specifying by mail. I'm doing United States for my target audience. I don't really do Canada. I'm doing complete payment for the conversion event. User comment turned off, video download turned off because I'm a tyrant. You're not allowed to commentate and voice your opinion. What is this, a democracy? Not on my watch. Now, when we scroll on down again, United States, male, all for ages, because it could be for older guys, it could be for younger guys, you really don't know. I would say we could definitely get rid of 13 to 17 because they don't have a lot of disposable income, so that's what I ended up actually doing. I would recommend just turning out 13 through 17. And then finally, when it comes to picking interests, I usually have a main interest, and the one I've been going with is doing shorts. So if I go to apparel and accessories, and then we go to men's clothing, just like this, we scroll on down, check on shorts, and then boom, we got our 5 different ad groups with different interests, and one of them has no interest at all. And as we scroll on down, we got a $20 budget, and you do want to set your ads for midnight, especially if you're setting up ads late at night or really just in the afternoon. So I'm just gonna do this for March 9th. We're gonna scroll on down. So this is how you can have your ads set at midnight, which I do highly recommend. So we'll just do it like this. Press OK, OK again, and then for day parting, I leave it on all day. For cost cap or lowest cost, I do lowest cost. And then for the ads, I usually will test 2 to 3 ads in the beginning. Now, I'll have my editor actually play one of the ads real quick, and I'll send that on over to him so you can see what it looks like. But they're very simple ads. It's just a lot of UGC content. It's straight to the point. We're not trying to make it too ad-like. Now, when we're going over here, make sure you obviously have your business here. So we have Airflex. Scrolling on down, ad copy, we're just keeping it short and simple. And then our link, shop now, is to the product page. But we're not done just yet, because the final thing I like to do just to ensure that these campaigns are gonna spend is we have to give TikTok a sacrifice. But not any kind of sacrifice. Usually you're gonna have to create a new campaign, which is view content. So I'm gonna duplicate this new campaign right now, and the only difference between this campaign and the other one is that we have the conversion event as view content. And I've just seen when you optimize for a lower conversion event, so a lower event on the funnel, so you have view content, you have add to cart, then you have purchase. View content is the easiest objective to get. So for TikTok, it's a lot easier to spend. So I've just noticed when you have both of these running at the same time, a lot of times that view content will enable the purchase campaign, the big hitter to spend. It's like a Trojan horse in a way. So right here, all you have to do is change complete payment to view content. We're gonna scroll on over. Obviously we can change this to midnight, which I will do, but I'm just gonna publish this as is, and then we have our campaign set. So getting into the little things that I had to change the websites before we launched. First off, going into checkout, these are the settings that you want. Accounts are optional. Phone number or email, you can just scroll down and take a screenshot if you'd like. I always like to have that tipping on just for an extra $5, $10. You don't know if someone's feeling like Mr. Beast and they want to donate to your puny little small business. You never know. Pre-select this option is definitely on for email marketing, SMS marketing. You want to do this. Now, because I already have an abandoned checkout email app, I don't need to turn this on. If you don't have one, then sure, leave it on, but those are very generic emails that I personally don't like. And then when it comes to shipping and delivery, this is the thing that I noticed a lot of these guys messed up that I had to end up fixing. So whenever I'm doing shipping, so this is when someone gets to the checkout page and they're looking at the different options, I like to have free shipping because that's what most people will expect. I don't like the default settings. I always do free shipping, priority insured shipping, and then 1-year warranty plus priority insured shipping, which is just a nice upsell. And really, you're not doing anything different with these options. It's just another way to make some more money. So to the first store, we just made some slight modifications where we changed the home page to the one that I already had for my main store. And this is what the new and improved Pagefly product page looks like. I had to swap out the product because for some reason the designer didn't actually import any product. So this one actually probably took me the most work to change everything up, but this is how it looks now. And then of course with the reviews, we made sure to actually add the right reviews. So I'm doing this guy a lot of favors here. If I just did the one he had, oof, I mean, it would be horrible. And then when we go to ours, it's the exact same one. You've already seen this one. We already showed it in the beginning. Now going on to the next one here, I'm not sure if we changed too much. I think it was just the offer. Yeah, just the offer there. So not a lot there because that was probably the most prepared one. But with each one of them, I had to end up obviously changing the variants. So like with this one, I think they had like 20 different variants. Now it's down to 5. So it's now time to see which one performs the best.
Later.
All right, guys, so it's been about 1.5 days and these results make absolutely no sense. So let's review our first challenger, and that's Rory Hand. This was the guy who just built the product page. It looked very nice. It was $28. So just let me show you real quick. I had to make a few modifications to it just so that it was compliant and that we had the right variants showing, but it's a really nice product page, and we even added reviews. And when we hop onto TikTok, this is what happened. So our TikTok account spent about $57, which is a pretty decent sample size. So let's actually see what we're going on here. Now, the CPM is not bad. $3 to $4 is really solid, and that's why I love TikTok ads. The clicks, 30 cents. All right, our ad is doing really well. CTR is not the best, but the add to cart, oh my God, that stinks. So we had 171 link clicks and 3 add to carts with 0 purchases. I mean, we just got straight dummied, nothing at all. That's very, very surprising. When you look at the breakdown, yeah, a lot of traffic's from the United States. This is premium traffic. Maybe these people just weren't in the buying mood. But that's really surprising because I thought that was the best product page out of all of them. Now our next challenger built an entire website and actually looked really good. This was the $44 option. So let me just refresh your brain. They had an amazing logo. The homepage, I didn't even really show this too much, but man, they added GIFs. They added a lot of great photos, and the layout just looks really brilliant. Now getting onto the product page, I thought there was a little bit of things they could tweak around, but overall, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. I mean, we got the size chart, we got the sticky add to cart. This guy knows how to dropship. But when we go into our main campaign here, now this one spent a little bit more than the budget. So if I can get a like and a subscribe, because man, these videos are getting costly. We scroll to the right, CPM under $2. That's insane. Look at how many link clicks, 20 cents. The ad was crushing it. But when you get 820 link clicks and only 9 add to carts, oh my goodness gracious. The offer just was not there. Now we got 3 purchases, which isn't bad. I think if I changed up the offer, this could definitely work. And when we hop onto the website, there is a little bit of a different story. Now TikTok might have been over reporting a little bit when it comes to the traffic numbers, but overall we did over $100 in this 2-day sort of span. And the add to cart percentage is horrible. I mean, 1.1%, that's typically a bad conversion rate, but for add to carts, that's just how you know the offer just wasn't there, the product page wasn't there. If I made a few tweaks around, I really feel like we could bump that up and get a lot more sales and potentially make this profitable. But yeah, just wasn't there in this initial test. So if I was to tweak this website, I would definitely add reviews, and it seems like just the offer, it might have been too expensive at $29.99. So maybe if I tried $24.99, these would have sold a lot better, or trying a different sales percentage, or having some more urgency, because there really isn't any urgency on this product page at all. There's no reason to take action right now because it looks like this sale is just going on forever. And then our final Fiverr challenger. Now, I thought this was the worst website by far. The logo, it's all right, but man, the theme they use for this product page, it's fugly, man. It's not good. I'm sorry, I don't care what you say. This could be the greatest converting website of all time. It's still not a good product page or website in my opinion. But when we go to TikTok, this is where things get a little bit weird. Again, overspent a little bit, but when we go to the right, CPM 350, cost per click is really good. Again, the ad was really good. I did a great job there. CTR is not bad, but look at this. We had one ad set with 6 add to carts and was fairly profitable. It was profitable at a 2.25 ROAS, but overall, it just wasn't as a total campaign, so I ended up shutting it down. But it's kind of crazy to think that out of all the websites, this was the one that was the most profitable. It might not have made the most sales, but still, that's crazy to me. Now, the add to cart percentage, it's horrible. Again, they all have the same offer, so you can see a common theme here that if I tweak the offer, maybe lower the price, more urgency, like I said, more social proof, then this would have converted a lot better, which is good to know. I think this is definitely good enough for another product test, and it's good enough to retest it down the line, so that's always good to know. But let's go into our final store, the one that my team made, and let's see if we defeated all of these challengers. Now, just to refresh your mind, this is the one that we made. We have the urgency, we have upsell offers, we have the sticky add to cart gifts, we have the reviews. It is all pristine and perfect. This is how you want to be testing products. However, TikTok, I think, just sent me the wrong batch of people, just people that weren't feeling like buying today or even adding to cart, because when we go to our original campaign, the purchase one, I don't know what happened. Now, when we look at the CPM and cost per click, this is all aligning with the other 3 stores at $3.30, but no add to carts. I mean, that website has great social proof, it has great urgency, but for some reason, after 400 people visited it, only one person, and it was not my mother, clicked add to cart and didn't even buy. I honestly think TikTok is out to get me with this challenge. They knew I was filming it. They knew I was trying to promote my service, which has found 5 winners in the past month for our clients that scaled to $1,000 a day. But they're like, you know what? We want to lower you down. We want to put you back to earth and humble you a bit. And we're going to send the worst quality United States traffic to your store and get the best quality traffic to these competitor stores that are not as good. Now, you can make your own opinion on it, but I really do believe it was the quality of traffic, because this website is proven. It follows a theme that has scaled to 0 to 60 grand in 2 weeks, and you can watch that video, and it has the exact same website theme with the product that we tested there. But yeah, this was a very interesting challenge. But I think the main takeaways from this is that you really need to focus on your offer, your urgency, and your website, because even with the right product, if you don't have those down, it's not going to shine.